Monterrey, Mexico. With its unique blend of natural and man-made beauty, most tourists are here for some fun, food and a fiesta or two.
It's hard to get your head around that medically the answer for Isabella could be here.
Yeah, it's not in Sydney, Australia.
Yeah.
But 6-year-old cerebral palsy sufferer Isabella Lombardo and her mum Libby are visiting Mexico for something far more life-changing.
Is it frustrating, though, to have to come all this way?
Oh, of course. I mean, all the money and also us being away from our family, it makes it, you know, even on top of what we're doing, more difficult.
In many ways, this is the last place you'd expect to find groundbreaking treatment for cerebral palsy sufferers. The American border is about 180 kilometres in that direction, where thousands of people are queuing up every day to get out. And yet at the same time, about 8 million people are coming in every year for medical tourism, for procedures that nobody else is prepared to carry out. In Isabella's case, it's a clinic that specialises in a therapy that Aussie doctors are not allowed to do.
How are you?
With this, it's quite a grey area. It's, you know, what results are we going to get? Are they going to be really small? Is it going to be significant? Am I going to be looking at the same body next week, you know? And I look at that and I hope, you know, I hope.
It's a fine line between doing the best thing for her and almost the thought of using her as a guinea pig. I know that sounds bad, but I guess when you boil it down, that's what it is.
Yeah, because I just keep looking at what she's going through, going, is this worth it? Is this going to be worth it? God, I hope it is.
You feel okay?
Dr. Anna Carolina runs the BIOS clinic in Monterrey, where Isabella will undergo her stem cell therapy. For 7 years, Dr. Carolina claims she and her team have achieved amazing improvements in patients around the world.
You're so brave. You're so brave.
And not just with cerebral palsy, but autism, diabetes and stroke.
Are we talking life-changing?
Life-changing, yes.
Have you had patients with cerebral palsy like Isabella who have been able to walk in the past?
We are having patients that they are now they were totally like lay down. They can stand up or even to sit, and they are now achieving that kind of goals.
You have had patients go from 0 to walking?
Yeah, but in a slow
over time?
Over the time, yeah.
Doctor, I mean, it sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it?
Yes, but it is.
But it is true.
But it's working, yeah.
Okay. Come on. No. All right. Come on, baby girl. Mama's right here.
The stem cell procedure unfolds over 2 stages.
Now, maybe you can give a kiss and we can wait outside, yeah?
First, stem cells are taken from Isabella's bone marrow.
Yeah, they're taking a lot of the bone marrow. It's very surprising, actually. There's like 8 or 9 big needles.
Then they're engineered in a laboratory.
Mama's coming too.
Several hours later, they're reinserted back into Isabella's spine.
This is what we want the life-changing moment to be from here on.
It's an insight into the emotional turmoil this family and all families with a disabled child experience in one way or another. The desperation is confronting and heartbreaking.
We really got to. It's really got to help her, you know. This is why we're here, you know. We're in freaking Mexico. Sorry for the swearing.
Are you happy with Isabella's treatment?
Yeah, I'm very positive that she's going to achieve great goals, and I really hope that this will work for her and that she can in the future she can walk without our stem cell therapy.
It's hard not to be convinced by Dr. Carolina's optimism. But she can't fathom why a simple, and in her eyes, proven treatment like this is currently prohibited in Australia.
Can you understand why I'm so amazed?
Because it's Mexico.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think.
exactly.
Here in Mexico, we are regulated. We have to make the protocol and to have the results before we can offer to the general people.
So you're not just doing this as a cowboy outfit. You're not just, this is not the Wild West.
No, of course not.
Should we be doing it?
Proper clinical trials, absolutely, absolutely.
But why aren't we at the stage that Mexico's at?
Well, Mexico is not doing proper clinical trials. So none of that work has ever been published. Again, it's anecdotal evidence. Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't work, but we don't know if it works or not unless there's proper oversight and unless those data are published and scrutinized.
You're saying Mexico just did away with the trials and went straight to treatment?
They did.
Professor Ernst Wolvertang from the University of Queensland is leading the stem cell revolution here in Australia, but warns approval of this type of treatment takes time for reasons of safety and medical ethics. Time that families like the Lombardos don't have.
Well, let me ask you a personal question. With all respect, if you had a child, a 6-year-old daughter with cerebral palsy, now, today, would you take a chance and take her to Mexico because you couldn't get it in Australia and do the stem cell treatment?
No, I would not. I would be tempted, like every other parent, I would be tempted, but I would not do it. I would wait.
You wouldn't go?
I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go.
How old are you?
6.
No way. 6? I thought you were only 4.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the world,
Happy birthday.
it's several weeks after Isabella's stem cell procedure. She's left Mexico and come to Texas in the US
Okay. Give me 5s.
for a month of intensive physiotherapy with world-renowned cerebral palsy therapist Mike Poole.
And squeeze them down. We work quite closely.
This type of training is recommended following a stem cell treatment to get the best results.
Balance. Balance.
It can take months, but after just a few weeks, Isabella's improvement is obvious.
Okay, and take that step. Go, go, go.
She's full of confidence.
Good, that's what I'm looking for. No, keep your weight forward over that front leg. And next one, go. We control and we take a step.
And she takes just a few
Control, and we take a step. That's it. We
of
balance.
those much hoped for independent steps.
Come on. Good girl. Shift. Good girl. 2 seconds. Oh, you're good, buddy, you're good. Just
That's
relax.
certainly moving in the right direction for Mum and Dad, Libby and Joseph.
What is your gut feeling? Do you think Isabella will ever walk on her own?
I picture it sometimes, you know, what it would look like. Sometimes I see her struggling so much, I find it so hard to imagine that. And it's hard to be able to even sometimes have that dream, because it does feel sometimes so far away, and sometimes it feels so close.
Small step. Yes.
Walking is great, but walking isn't necessarily the end game.
Now, on your own.
But independence, everybody wants the pride and enjoyment of being independent. And that's one of the big things that we're trying for.
Just to have a better life.
Have a better life.
Have a better life, yeah.
Hello, I'm Liam Bartlett. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from 60 Minutes Australia, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9Now app for full episodes and other exclusive 60 Minutes content.